So I have logged into my AWS account. I went into RDS, but here, once you log in, guys, then you will see the database section, right? Of course, you have many other options like the compute, the storage, management, governance, security. We covered this as well. But now today we are covering this databases, right? So within databases, you can see there is an RDS. We talked about it, right? And the importance and the use of the RDS. There is the DynamoDB. That's the NoSQL database that we talked about. Elastic Cache, right? So I talked about briefly today, but we covered in quite depth in the last session about Elastic Cache and how Elastic Cache can be very beneficial in expediting and serving the data. I haven't used the Neptune. Redshift we have, is again a very powerful data warehouse tool. We'll cover that a little bit in today's session. So if you have multiple data sources that are coming in, you want to make sure that the data gets into a one common place where you can run your reports for your business, right? Amazon Redshift is a database that's built on top of a Postgres by Amazon, and with a lot of feature set and functionalities and performance improvement. What this allows you to actually get the data from different sources, and then you can put on top of it a BI tool, right? For example, you can put QuickSight, right? And if you look here, analytics, somewhere here it is, QuickSight. So this QuickSight is a BI tool that is provided by Amazon. You can put on top of your Redshift, which allows you to extract the data, run your query, create cubes, whatever you want to do, and then run those reports. A very, very powerful BI tool by Amazon. We use this a lot, and I will actually show you an example. Hopefully we'll have some time to do that. And you know what, let me just quickly jump over and see if I can show you that. This is the analytic architecture that I've implemented here at Quick Start, right? So if you see that there might be different sources of the databases right here, right? So these are the application, for example, Google Analytics, Facebook, AdWords, we have Magento running, we have different LMSs, some data from Alexa, right, coming in. So all of the data has, these applications have their own databases, right? So that data, sitting in the different databases, it's hard to actually go in and start, pulling the data and then running those reports from independent databases, right, using queries. So the best approach is, and I'm just oversimplifying for the sake of the time, but the best way to do it is, of course, through the security. I'm going to bypass that discussion. You need to push that data into one single common source, right? And the best way when you're on AWS, the solution would be data warehouse Redshift, right? So what we are pushing all of the data from multiple different data sources, right, into one single common place as a single source of truth, and that is my Redshift, right? And that is a data warehouse. So that Redshift data warehouse hosts all of the data from different sources, right? Of course, you have to define your schema and whatnot, and you do have to have some sort of a ETL tool, right? So extract, transform, right, and load the data. We are using Scriptella, but you can use any other tools that are available. It could be, this is a free open source tool that we are using, built in Java. Myself and a couple of my team members are really well versed in Java, so we decided to use this Scriptella. And what this does is basically it does the ETL, the extract, transform and load from different sources and on a frequent basis. And then once the data gets extracted and transformed, it gets loaded into the data warehouse, right? So now the data is sitting in one single source database, and that is the Redshift, right? And again, it is built on top of Postgres. Once you get all the data in here, then what? Then you may want to probably do some analytics, right? So you may want to probably give an opportunity to the business so they can actually start, dissecting the data in any which way they want. You can have your own BI tool like Yellowfin and stuff like that. But what we have done is actually since we are already on AWS, Redshift is already on AWS, so we decided to actually utilize QuickSight Analytics, right? So that BI tool. So that BI tool is connected to the Redshift data warehouse, and QuickSight, you can just go and then map the data and see all the data points from there. And once you get that data into the QuickSight, then you can go ahead and run your reports. You can also send out the alerts and different text messaging and whatnot from that data warehouse. So that allows you to actually work very seamlessly from different sources of data, which is on the left, right? MySQL, MS SQL, you know, whatever data, or the some API calls from the Google Analytics, Facebook, and whatnot. But then it all gets augmented in one data source, and that is your Redshift database. And then from there, we parse the data out to get the right reports. Okay, hope that makes sense from that architecture perspective, and then the data warehouse, how to use it, and the application of that, and the quick